Since ancient times, warriors of all countries have used images of animals to emphasize their status and compare their strength and agility with the best representatives of the animal world. This tradition continues today. Through millennia, hundreds of wars and conflicts, armies have carried with them traditional and not so traditional images of animals, and sometimes even living talismans of units, armies and personal coats of arms. One of the leading countries where a lot of animal mascots remain in the armed forces and in civilian life is Great Britain. The staff cat Mouser in the home of the British Prime Minister on Downing Street 9 is the most famous example. Let's see what else the British military can surprise us with. Britain has one of the oldest armed forces in the world. The rich history of the British Royal Regiments, which include Scottish, Irish, Welsh and English units, is a source of pride for the entire country. As is well known, the British Army and Navy have another type of relic, a talismanic animal or, as it is commonly called, a mascot. These animals are called upon to form an attractive image of the armed forces, to take part in ceremonial and commemorative events, and to personify the continuous history of the regiments by their mere presence. How do you like Welsh goats as a mascot? The Royal Welsh and their predecessor units are believed to have started the custom of adopting mascots in 1775 at Bunker Hill during the American. Legend has it that a wild goat strayed onto the battlefield and eventually led the Royal Welsh Fusiliers colour party from the field. A goat has served with the Royal Welsh ever since. From 1884, they obtained their mascots as a gift from the monarch after Queen Victoria presented the regiment with a cashmere goat from her royal herd. All of the Royal Welsh's goats have been called William or Billy. The most notorious of these was Billy Windsor, who served from 2001 to 2009. He earned a demotion for marching out of line and trying to headbutt the battalion drummers while leading a parade in front of the Queen. His demotion meant that other soldiers were no longer expected to salute him, but he fortunately still received his daily ration of 2 cigarettes a day to eat and Guinness to drink. Billy eventually regained his old rank and retired with full honors to Whipsnade Zoo in 2009. Soldiers from the battalion lined the route from his pen to the trailer as he left their camp for the last time. Other regiments' mascots are chosen for their connections to their home county. Since 1949, the various iterations of the Staffordshire Regiment have had a Staffordshire Bull Terrier named Watchman as their mascot. So far, 5 dogs have held the honor. Watchman Ivy, who retired in 2010, had a particularly prestigious career. He got to meet the Queen at a remembrance service at Westminster Abbey and behaved so well that he achieved the rank of Colour Sergeant, the same as his handler for almost 15 years. He was an impeccable member of his army unit, loyal, always on best behavior and faultless on parade. So when Colour Sergeant Watchman Ivy, the Staffordshire Regiment's faithful dog mascot, died, commanders insisted he should be buried with full military honors. The strapping black Staffordshire Bull Terrier's Union flag-draped coffin was carried by 4 uniformed soldiers through his hometown of Burton-on-Trent in a solemn procession. Today, the mascot for the Royal Regiment of Scotland is Cruachan, a Shetland pony who even has his own Twitter account. The first Shetland pony was presented to the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders in 1929 and was named after the Argyll mountain Ben Cruachan. The current mascot, Corporal Cruachan Ivy, was presented in 2012 and has since paraded at Buckingham Palace, 5 Edinburgh Tattoos, the Royal Windsor Horse Show, and royal visits at Balmoral. But in the British Navy, there is a long-standing tradition of including a ship's cat mouser in the crew. Nowadays, they no longer perform any functions other than ceremonial ones. However, even today in advertising brochures recruiting for service in the Royal Navy, cats are listed as a separate item. They create a cozy and homely atmosphere on the ship and entertain sailors and officers, creating a sense of family. Other regiments have their own animal soldiers. The Yorkshire Regiment has a ferret. The Tank Regiment, the successor to the Royal Hussars, has a drummer's horse with kettle drums. The Royal Fusiliers have a black antelope. The Sherwood Regiment has a ram, and the Irish Wolfhound Donal guards the royal family as part of the Irish Guards at Buckingham Palace. If you are interested, we will go into more detail about other mascots of the British Army and other armies of the world in one of the following videos. Thanks for being with us. Subscribe to the channel and expand your horizons with us.